Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. You cannot break a woman who listens to something greater than herself. You cannot confuse her, distract her, or delay her, because her direction doesn't come from the noise of the world. It comes from the quiet of a divine whisper. If you ever meet a woman like that, stop and watch carefully. She's not moving like the others. She's not reacting. She's responding. She's not lost, she's led. She's not loud, but she's powerful. Because when a woman listens to the divine voice inside her, she becomes unshakable. If you want to know what true power looks like, if you want to understand the kind of strength that doesn't need validation, applause, or likes on a screen, then stay right here and listen. By the time this message ends, you'll see why a woman who listens to God is the strongest force walking the earth. You won't see her trying to compete. She's not the loudest in the room, not the one always seeking approval or praise. You might pass by her and think she's just like everyone else, but she isn't. She's different. There's something about her, something calm, something strong, something you can't explain, but you feel it. That presence she carries, it's not pride or ego, it's alignment. It's the quiet confidence of a woman who knows she is guided by something bigger than herself. And she doesn't need to explain herself because she's already been confirmed in silence. While others are busy proving who they are to the world, she's already been spoken to in a whisper the world cannot hear. She's heard the voice of purpose. She's heard the voice of truth. And when you've been touched by that kind of voice, nothing on this earth can shake you. You walk differently. You speak differently. You carry yourself not with arrogance, but with authority, the kind that isn't self-made, but divinely given. That's the thing about a woman who listens to God. She doesn't just move with confidence, she moves with conviction. She knows her steps are ordered. She knows her silence isn't weakness, it's wisdom. She knows waiting isn't wasting time, it's trusting the timing. Because of that, she doesn't flinch when the world gets loud. She doesn't panic when things go wrong. She's not reacting to what's around her. She's responding to what's inside her. People may see her and think she's passive. They might think she's slow to act or hesitant. But what they don't get is that she's listening. She's discerning. She's aligning. She's tuning into a frequency the world can't hear. She's not just making moves, she's making the right moves because she doesn't move without direction. She doesn't speak without purpose. She doesn't attach herself to people, places, or chances unless it's part of the plan spoken to her spirit. When she walks into a room, she doesn't have to say much because her presence says enough. She carries peace, she carries stillness. And let me tell you, that kind of presence changes things. People begin to wonder why they feel so calm around her, why their worries seem to settle when she talks. It's not her. It's what she carries. It's who she listens to. Heaven speaks through her, not with noise, but with power. The world will always try to make her loud, try to distract her, or pull her in a million directions. But she stays grounded, not because she's better than anyone else, but because she knows better than to let everything affect her. She understands the voice she listens to is sacred. It's not chaotic, it's not rushed, it's not anxious, it's still and sure. When you've heard that kind of voice, the world's opinions no longer matter. People chase clarity through chaos, but she finds clarity in the quiet. While others are busy talking about their next move, she's preparing hers in silence. And when she does move, it's precise, powerful, and productive. Because when heaven is your guide, you don't waste energy moving in circles. You go exactly where you're meant to go. She's the kind of woman who will walk away from something good because she knows it's not from God. She'll turn down attention, chances, even relationships if they don't align with what she's been told in prayer. That's power. A power that doesn't beg, chase, or compromise. Because she's not chasing blessings, she knows they'll find her if she stays obedient. That her silence isn't weakness, it's strength under control. She's seen things, felt things, endured things that could have broken her. But she listened, she stayed, she grew, and now when she faces storms, she doesn't panic, she prays. When she's betrayed, she doesn't fight back. She lets go. Because she's not just trying to win, she's trying to walk in alignment. Alignment is everything. That's where peace is. That's where purpose lives. It's where power starts. She knows this, so she guards her ears, her heart, her space. Not everyone gets to speak into her life. Not everyone gets access to her spirit. Because when you've heard from heaven, you realize not every voice deserves your attention. Sometimes her silences are loudest to answer. When people talk behind her back, she stays quiet. When they misunderstand her, she doesn't explain. When they doubt her, she doesn't defend, because she knows who spoke to her. She knows who's guiding her. She doesn't need to prove what's already been promised. So if you see a woman like this, respect her, learn from her. She's not just existing, she's living something divine. She's not just powerful, she's purposeful. Not just wise, but walking in wisdom. The world needs more women like her. Women who don't just hear noise, but hear truth. Women who aren't moved by trends, but moved by truth. Women who don't just speak, but are spoken through. This is the power of a woman who listens to God. She doesn't raise her voice, she raises her standards. And by doing so, she raises the world around her. While the world is shouting, pushing messages, opinions, and distractions, she chooses discernment over distraction. This is where her real power lies. In a world that demands attention, where every voice fights for the loudest spot, she chooses to listen carefully, to filter what she takes in, and to act only on what matches the truth she knows deep inside. Discernment is more than just hearing. It's not about how much information or noise surrounds her. It's about quality. It's the skill to separate what's valuable from what's harmful, what's real from what's fake, what's important from what's trivial. The power of a woman who listens to God is that she's sharpened this skill to a razor's edge. She knows not every voice is worth following. Not every opinion deserves a place in her mind. Not every situation needs her energy. So she understands the need to tune out the world's chaos, social media, gossip, negative talk, constant distractions. They don't affect her. She's built a spiritual antenna that only picks up what she needs, what matches her purpose. This discernment keeps her focused and grounded. It's a shield against confusion and overwhelm. While others get pulled every which way, she moves with clarity because she knows exactly what to focus on and what to ignore. Discernment gives her the power to say no clearly and without guilt. She refuses to be dragged into pointless fights, toxic relationships, or useless drama. She's learned that not every battle is hers to fight, and some voices are better left unheard. This wisdom keeps her spirit free and her mind clear. Instead of reacting quickly, she responds thoughtfully. Her choices come from calm thought, not fear or rush. Her discernment also helps her hear the voice of divine guidance above all. When she faces decisions, confusion, or crossroads, she doesn't lean on the world's wisdom or popular opinion. She listens for the still, small voice inside, the one that points her the right way, even when the path is unclear. This voice is her guide, her anchor. It tells her when to go forward, when to wait, and when to walk away. Because she listens well, she knows the world's approval is temporary and unreliable. She doesn't look for validation from others because she knows true approval comes from being aligned with a higher purpose. This understanding frees her from the pressure to fit in or impress. She stands strong in who she is, sure that she's exactly where she needs to be, doing what she was made to do. Discernment also teaches her patience. She knows not every chance is the right chance. Not every door is meant to open right away. Some are meant to stay closed for a reason. This patience is a strength, not a weakness. It means she's willing to wait for what's best, not just what's easy or quick. It means she won't settle for less than what she was made for. She's not naive, she's wise. She values experience and thought. She looks back on her journey and sees how discernment saved her from many mistakes, bad choices, toxic people, wasted time, and lost energy. This wisdom is a treasure she guards carefully. Her discernment goes beyond herself. She can read the hearts of others. She senses when words don't match actions or when intentions hide behind charm or lies. This protects her from being tricked or misled. She surrounds herself with people who lift her up, who share her values and vision. She doesn't settle for shallow connections, she seeks deep ones. She also uses her discernment to help others. People ask her advice because she sees clearly. When she speaks, it's with purpose and understanding. She doesn't waste words on empty talk or false promises. Instead, she speaks truth, even when it's hard to hear. Her clarity becomes a light for those lost in confusion. She helps others learn to block out distractions and focus on what's important. In today's noisy world, this quality makes her rare and valuable. Being discerning isn't easy. It takes courage to say no when everyone says yes. It takes strength to stay focused when everything screams for your attention. It takes faith to trust a voice others can't hear. But that's exactly what she does. She chooses discernment. She chooses to listen closely, to filter deeply, and to act wisely. This is how she protects her peace, keeps her purpose, and positions herself for power. Discernment is her invisible armor. It shields her heart from doubt, fear, and lies. It helps her face life's challenges with confidence and grace. Because she's learned to discern well. She doesn't waste time or energy on things that don't matter. She keeps her eyes on the prize, her calling, her destiny, her truth. When you look at her, you don't just see a woman living life, you see a woman mastering life, not because she's perfect or without faults, but because she's chosen to listen, learn, and lead with wisdom. She knows that in the battle for her soul and future, discernment is her strongest weapon. So the next time you wonder why she's not pulled into every fight or distracted by every trend, remember this: she's not missing out. She's winning quietly, steadily, and powerfully. She's listening to a voice that cuts through all the noise, the voice that guides her steps and lights her path. That is the power of a woman who chooses discernment over distraction. That is the power of a woman who listens to God. There's a strength that comes from patience, real patience, not the kind that waits unwillingly or grudgingly, but the kind that trusts deeply and moves with purpose. This strength is the mark of a woman who listens to God. She knows timing isn't something to rush or force, but something to respect and honor. She trusts that the right moment will come, and when it does, everything will fall into place, just as it should. In a world obsessed with instant results, quick fixes, and immediate satisfaction, she stands apart. She refuses to be pushed by pressure or others' urgency. She's learned patience isn't waiting for nothing. It's preparing, growing, and positioning herself to receive what's meant for her at exactly the right time. Sometimes waiting itself is the work, the process that shapes her character and sharpens her vision. For her, patience is faith. It's a quiet promise to the unseen, a calm acceptance that some things are beyond her control. She lets go of the need to force or control outcomes and trusts the process. This trust doesn't make her passive. On the contrary, she's active in her waiting, praying, learning, growing, strengthening her spirit, and sharpening her mind. She's not idle, she's intentional. She's not stuck, she's steady. What sets her apart is her ability to endure waiting without losing peace. Most people get anxious, restless, or discouraged when things don't happen fast. They get frustrated, question their worth, or doubt their dreams. But she doesn't. She holds steady because delay is preparation for a greater victory, a deeper happiness, and a richer blessing. The strength of patience is also shown in how she handles setbacks. When doors shut or plans shift, she doesn't fall apart. She doesn't panic or walk away. Instead, she pauses, she prays, she listens once more for the next direction, because she understands the journey isn't about rushing, it's about direction. And sometimes the route needs turns that teach her lessons she couldn't learn any other way. Her patience shows up in relationships too. She waits for the right people, the right partnerships, and the right timing to connect. She doesn't accept shallow or easy connections just to fill a space or avoid loneliness. She knows that relationships, just like everything else, need to happen at the right time. She waits for those who bring value, who bring out her best, who are in tune with her purpose and spirit. Patience also makes her strong. She stands through rejection, judgment, and doubt because she knows her life's timing is not ruled by what others think. She walks in her own rhythm, led by an unseen hand that moves with accuracy and love. This strength comes from the trust she puts in divine timing. And here's something powerful. Her patience spreads. They realize that hurrying isn't always the answer, that sometimes the most powerful move is to wait with intention. Patience shapes her character. It humbles her, builds endurance, and deepens her belief. It helps her grow wisdom that only comes through time and effort. She understands that sometimes the waiting period is the most important time of growth. She knows each chapter has its time and purpose. Each delay is a divine moment waiting to be revealed. It's because she listens, she knows when to move and when to pause. She doesn't force her timing, she trusts it. She doesn't run after what's ahead, she prepares for what's coming. Her patience gives her a quiet kind of strength, one that's steady, peaceful, and cannot be shaken. She's not rushing or anxious because she knows that what's truly hers will never pass her by. This quiet strength frees her from fear and worry. It allows her to rest in the now, knowing that her future is already taken care of. When the time finally arrives for her to move forward, she does so with purpose and clarity because she has waited wisely. She is prepared. Her time of waiting has equipped her for the duties and chances that lie ahead. She doesn't trip or stumble. She steps forward like someone trained by time itself. This kind of patience is rare. It isn't learned quickly. It comes from struggles, lessons, and a deep connection with the voice she follows. It's the sign of a woman who is not controlled by the clock, but by the call. She's not led by impatience, but by purpose. So when you see a woman who waits calmly in times of doubt, who stays hopeful when things don't go as planned, who stands steady through changing seasons, know this: she is living in the power of patience. She's trusting the journey, respecting the timing, and preparing for her moment to rise. That patience is not weakness, it's powerful. It has purpose. It's the quiet strength that shapes her future and strengthens her spirit. And in this waiting, in this trusting, in this endurance, she becomes unshakable. There's a deep power that comes from strong faith, a faith that doesn't shake in the face of fear, challenge, or opposition. This faith is the ground where her strength grows, a faith that steadies her heart and leads her steps, even when the path is hidden. It's not blind faith, but a faith tested and proven, built through experience and strengthened in silent moments of prayer and reflection. This faith keeps her rooted when life gets tough, when everything around her seems to fall apart, when fear and doubt try to silence the quiet voice inside her. She holds onto the belief that there is a greater purpose behind what she's facing. She knows life's hardships aren't punishments, but lessons. And her faith becomes the anchor in those stormy waters. Faith gives her bravery, the courage to stand alone, to speak truth even when others don't understand, to chase her dreams even when the road is long and hard. She knows. Faith isn't a soft feeling, it's a daily choice, a choice to trust, to step forward even when she can't see the full picture. Her faith guards her heart from hopelessness. When setbacks come, and they will, she doesn't let them define her. She doesn't drown in anger or regret. She sees every disappointment as preparation for a stronger return. Her faith reminds her that delay is not denial. A closed door is not the end. It's simply a new direction towards something better. Because of her faith, she lives with hope, a deep, steady hope. This hope shifts her view and fills her actions with meaning. It lets her see chances where others see problems. It helps her find light, even in the darkest times. This hope isn't naive. It's a strong belief that all her work will pay off in the right time. Faith also helps her forgive. She lets go of past hurts and pain because she knows holding on to anger only keeps her stuck. Forgiveness gives her freedom, it gives her peace. It shows strength, not weakness. It proves she trusts the healing journey and believes in starting fresh. Her faith shines through how she treats others. She's kind and patient, knowing everyone is going through something. She doesn't rush to judge or speak harshly. She shows grace because she knows real faith is lived out through actions, through kindness, patience, and love. This faith gives her wisdom. It helps her tell the difference between what's real and what's temporary. It leads her to make better choices. She doesn't chase trends or follow every new thing. She focuses on what matches her values and purpose. Her faith brings clarity. When life is unsure, she looks inward and upward. She listens for the voice she trusts, knowing that even if answers don't come fast, they will come in time. This mix of patience and strong faith creates something powerful. She doesn't rush or fear. She listens, reflects, and moves with confidence. Her faith becomes a message to others. People see her quiet strength, her calm trust, and they're drawn to it. They see someone whose peace doesn't break in chaos. Her life becomes a light for others who are drowning in doubt or fear. They trust her because she holds a peace that can't be shaken. She knows faith isn't just a one-time decision. It's a choice she makes daily. Every day she chooses to trust again, to hope again, to believe again. This choice keeps her steady and strong. It's the source of her power. She's not stuck in her past mistakes. She sees herself as always growing, always learning. She forgives herself, just like she forgives others. This self-love shows her growth and wisdom. Her faith gives her deep peace, peace that makes no sense to the outside world. Even when life is messy, she carries calm within her. This peace isn't about having no problems. It's about having full trust. It keeps her grounded even in the middle of chaos. This kind of faith makes her brave. She doesn't run from challenges, she faces them with strength, knowing she's never alone. She pulls power from the source of her faith and keeps going even when others give up. Her faith shapes her dreams. She dares to dream big because she believes in what she can't yet see. She knows her work will pay off and her purpose will be fulfilled. That vision drives her. It keeps her focused. The strength of a woman who listens to God is found in her faith. It's her guide, her fire, her protector. It turns struggles into chances and setbacks into comebacks. Her faith is the root of her power. It's why she can stand proud, speak truth, and walk strong. It's the light in her path and the strength in her steps. This faith isn't just a part of her life. It is the core of who she is. It shapes her, defines her, and inspires others. It's the energy behind her every step, every choice, and every dream. She listens to God, and because of that, she's unstoppable. There's a kind of clearness that comes from truly listening, a clarity that cuts through noise, confusion, and distraction. That clarity is a gift to the woman who listens to God. It's not just hearing, it's understanding, aligning herself with a bigger purpose. This clarity is her compass, her guiding light, and her steady ground. Many people live in confusion, stuck in doubt, and unsure choices. But the woman who listens doesn't walk in fear or second-guess herself. She's learned the gift of clarity, and it comes from tuning in to the voice that matters most. It's a voice that doesn't yell, but speaks gently with truth. When she listens, her view shifts. What once seemed complex now becomes clear. What once felt too hard to decide now feels simple. This clarity doesn't mean she has all the answers right away, but it means she has the confidence to take the next step. It lifts the fear that stops others. It lets her focus her energy on what truly counts. She doesn't spend her time chasing approval or every offer that comes her way. She gives her time to what fits her purpose. Saying no to distractions is just as important as saying yes to the right things. In a noisy world, her clarity is like a lighthouse. She doesn't get lost in people's opinions or the need to fit in. She trusts her inner direction, given by the voice she listens to. That keeps her centered and at peace. When she knows her why, she can handle problems without losing herself. That deep assurance tells her she is exactly where she needs to be. Because she listens closely, she can spot truth from lies. Not just outside, but inside herself. She gets honest about her own fears and desires. That self-awareness helps her grow, helps her make real choices that match her heart, not just her emotions. Her clarity shows in her words too. She speaks with boldness and purpose. She doesn't waste breath on confusion. Her voice carries trust. People listen because her words bring calm and direction. She sets healthy boundaries to protect her peace. She steps away from people or situations that drain her. She knows guarding her energy keeps her clear. She doesn't let guilt rule her decisions. She moves wisely and with care. She dreams with clarity too. She doesn't run after empty goals. She holds a clear picture of what matters and why. That vision pulls her forward even when life gets tough. When she faces hard choices, her clarity is her strength. She doesn't freeze up. She trusts what she hears deep within. Even on hard paths, she walks with sure steps, knowing she's led by wisdom that guides her more than the approval of the crowd. This clarity gives her a deep sense of freedom. She is not trapped by confusion, fear, or hesitation. She is free to live truthfully, to follow her passions, and to step into her calling. This freedom becomes a strong source of joy and meaning in her life. The clarity that comes from hearing God shapes every part of her life, her relationships, her work, her dreams, and her everyday decisions. It becomes the root of her strength And the reason she stands strong in a world that often feels unstable and noisy, because she listens and accepts this clarity, she shines as a light for others. People turn to her for advice, drawn to her insight and steady presence. Her life proves the powerful change that comes from listening with intention and living with clarity. In this clarity, she finds strength. In this strength, she finds meaning, and in this meaning, she becomes unstoppable. Forgiveness is one of the deepest acts of strength a woman can carry. It is not an easy or quick choice. It takes courage, maturity, and a deep belief that healing is real. For a woman who listens truly, forgiveness is not just a thought or a spiritual idea. It is a real living power that changes her from inside and sets her free from the grip of hurt and anger when someone wounds her. It is natural to feel pain, betrayal, and anger. Those feelings are real and must be honored, but a woman who listens to that quiet, guiding voice within knows that holding on to resentment is like carrying a heavy load that only drags her down. She realizes that forgiveness is not about saying the wrong was okay or pretending it didn't hurt. Instead, it is about freeing herself from the harmful weight of anger and finding peace again. This forgiveness is an act of self-love. When she forgives, she chooses her well-being over the poison of bitterness. She refuses to let the past control her future or the actions of others shape her joy. This choice gives her strength because it puts the power back in her hands. She becomes the writer of her story, not the prisoner of someone else's actions. This strength to forgive takes deep inner power because it moves against the natural need to protect herself by staying angry. It means choosing to be open instead of guarded, choosing to keep her heart soft instead of shut. But in that softness, she finds courage, and deep strength. Forgiveness never makes her weak, it makes her whole. Forgiveness also ends the cycle of pain. When hurt is passed down or carried on, it harms not just the one hurt, but everyone close to them. A woman who forgives breaks that cycle, making room for healing to begin for herself and those around her. Her choice to let go opens the way for peace to enter and for relationships to be mended or renewed. Forgiveness is a bold act of faith. That goodness can still rise after pain. Faith that healing is real, and faith that her life is greater than any injury. She believes forgiveness brings freedom not only to the one who caused harm, but more importantly to herself. She walks in that freedom every single day. Forgiveness also brings her strength back when she clings to anger or resentment. She gives her energy and peace to those who wronged her. But when she forgives, she claims that energy again. She no longer lets pain or revenge lead her. Instead, she steps ahead with grace and honor, no longer held back by what's behind her. This doesn't mean forgiveness is quick. It's often a slow road, one that involves feeling the pain, facing it, and slowly